Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Great. I'm doing really well. I'm really excited to speak with you. I'm happy to have you on the Money Mama Talks podcast. Can you do a little introduction of yourself and what you do, where you're from?
Okay. So first and foremost, I really want to say thank you for inviting me on the Money Mama podcast. I don't know why I just
Thank
Money
you.
Mama.
It's hard.
So yeah, I'm excited to be here. So my name is Okie Diamond Omokini. I am a Nigerian from Nigeria. I'm an first and foremost, I'm an accountant, and then an entrepreneur, and then a personal blogger. That's what I do. I'm always open to learn new things. I bake, by the way.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I bake. Maybe sometimes if I have the time to, I bake and I sell. Yes, I bake
That's
cake.
great. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to manage multiple different projects. I very much
Yeah.
understand that with especially with the pandemic, it's important to keep projects alive so that you feel like you're doing something. How did the pandemic affect your working day and your projects?
Well, for the accounting sector, it didn't really affect it much because
No.
um, it didn't, I just worked from home. It didn't. There was no slack back. There was no salary cut. There was nothing. I work from home, and it's even comfortable for me. But for my entrepreneur job as a retailer, it really did affect me. Like it really did affect me. It affected business. At first, when it started, it wasn't a biggie, but when government started announcing shortages, um, private firms started, sacking. They started sacking workers, and they started cutting back on salary. Of course, most of my customers are mostly workers. They are salary earners. They wait for month end or the middle of the month to get their salary.
Hmm.
So most of them started going for essential stuffs, which is food.
Hmm.
Because I sell cosmetics, I sell perfumes, hair products, face, everything face. Then I do personal shopping. Maybe if you want an item, you want this, you don't have the time to do that. So everything just stopped. Like it took a pause,
Hmm.
and really did affect me because I mean that extra source of income was really a biggie.
Yeah.
Like, when you have usually um in economics we were taught to have three motives for saving, and then you have the everyday spending, you have your savings, and then you have the emergency cash. So now with the whole pandemic, we started, the savings of course left.
Hmm.
We started taking money from the emergency money, and it's just caused a whole lot of chaos because nobody saw it coming, really. Nobody
Yeah,
saw the
no.
pandemic coming. Yeah, so it really did. I can't really say more harm than good because good came out of it, which is my personal blog, but it did lots of harm.
What is how did it have an effect on your personal blog?
Well, it's my personal blog was a birth of COVID.
Hmm.
Now, there was a day after a really hard day. Like I was going through the internet, I was scrolling, what can I do to revive my business? Like, what should I do? What was fast selling as at then was facial mask. Everybody was buying facial masks. That was what was bringing in money. But I was like, okay, I don't want to do what everybody is doing. I just needed, something. And as I was scrolling, I saw Boss Babes. That's where we met.
That's where we met. Yes, exactly.
Yes. So I met this community and I saw lots of women who wanted to do, beautiful things, who were professionals at what they do, were financial strategists, and I was like, oh, I signed up. And then I was added to the group. When I was added to the group, before then, my personal Instagram page was hacked. And it was devastating. I was impersonated. So, the person impersonated me. I was
They
trying
were
to.
even using your account and trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
those messages to my friends, telling them they need money. And of course, my friends would trust. Yeah, you see the plan. My friends
Yeah.
would trust. They will be like, oh, they would give. And, finally, Instagram brought the page down. And I started a new page. What was I going to do with this page? It was at this point, what will I do with a new Instagram page? That was when, I came in contact with the ad on Facebook. Now I met lots of beautiful ladies. I met ladies that were selfless. They were willing to share what they knew. They were willing to share a lot about business. They didn't really care who you were. They didn't hoard anything. They didn't keep anything. They just, shared. And at that point of sharing, I was like, oh, what will I do with this page? What will I do with this page? Like, I don't really post pictures. Like, I feel I'm not photogenic. So I'm not really a picture person. So as at then, I thought about it, like, why don't I do something different? I mean, I'm not doing anything now. Business is slow. My part-time job, nothing was really coming in. There was no work at hand. So what was I going to do? Let me start a personal blog. Let me talk to people. Let me show people the beauty of my country. You understand? Nigeria is a beautiful country, by the way. So I was like, okay, let me show people my country. Let me do things differently. Let me tell them about cultures. Let me tell them about traditional marriage. Although everything started coming back, not at once though, with lots of effort from ladies. I would have ladies send me a DM. They'll be like, I want to know what you eat as breakfast in Nigeria. I want to know what you take lunch in Nigeria. I want to know what your dinner looks like. I want to know what the transportation service looks like. And they started giving me ideas, like ideas started bouncing in. And once I could work with, I'll create content from there. And little, slowly I'm getting there. I didn't know anything about blogging. Like before, I didn't know anything about looking for content. For me, it was just, being a retailer was so easy because I studied accounting.
Yeah.
I already knew some things about business. So going into it, and I had worked when I was in university and I had done something. So it really helped me in my business. But blogging, I didn't study anything to mass communication. You understand? So it was just, this personal blog is as a result of collective efforts, not mine alone. Collective effort. And that's why I said I can't really say coronavirus was entirely bad for me in business, because it bettered a new thing. Now I travel, tourism, and by next year I have plans to start. I'm working on my website, like a full-blown website for the blog. So by next year, I'm planning a whole lot of goodies, like, for my blog.
Exciting. So because I admit I don't know anything about Nigeria. What are some of the main things that you love about your country that you wanted to share on your blog?
Okay, I love our culture. It's diverse. I don't even know. Do you know, I'm a Nigerian, but I don't think I know up to 30 of our cultures. We have over 255 cultures. We have about 300 tribes. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm always open. I'm a very friendly person. So when I meet people, I talk to them. Like, where are you from? I'm not a tribalistic person. You understand? I'm from Delta State. In my state, we have about 6 tribes. from just my state. Um, I'm an Urobo girl. That's my tribe. I'm Urobo. Now that's like the major tribe in um Delta states, like the biggest tribe. And then there is Ishekiri, there is Ijo, there is Isoko, there is um there are the Delta Igbos. And in the Delta Igbos, there are also tribes. You
Inside of
understand?
it.
You understand? So
Yeah.
it's vast. Like
Yeah.
I love the fact that, and these cultures, they all have their own they all have their own delicacies, food delicacies.
Mhm.
So imagine how many food delicacies are there to just, it doesn't end. The list doesn't end. You
And
understand? So you learn, like you being in Nigeria, you still learn about your country. Like every single day, there's something new to learn. You can't know it all. No, you can't.
no.
And that's the of it.
What are some of the foods that in your specific culture that are very staples for meals?
Okay. I have done, I think I did one on my blog, although I didn't write the recipe of that one. It's starch and owo. It's yellow. The starch is yellow, and um it's very fattening though, just
Mhm.
like it's called starch. It has lots of carbohydrates, inbuilt carbo, but it's very nutritious. Like I I eat it maybe once in, one of my favorites though. I eat it maybe once in a month.
Mhm.
Uh, you can also add. People also use starch and banga. There's a soup called banga soup. Okay, I've not done that soup yet. I've not had time. Juggling around doing this. I need some self care too.
Yeah, you deserve it. Of course.
Yeah. So
But what
it's
kind of soup is it?
what?
What kind of soup is it? It's like a beef or curry or
Okay, it's like no. Let me give an example of banga soup.
Mhm.
Banga soup is it's a spicy food. They use lots of spices to prepare it. Now you have first and foremost, I don't, you know palm fronts, right? Palm
Mhm.
fronts.
Yeah, yeah.
So we cook the palm fronts. We cook it when it's maybe like for an hour, and then
Mhm.
we use a mortar to pound it. We don't pound it, extract the juice from it. That's what we now call, in our place, the palm front is called the banga. That's what is
Ah, I
called
see.
banga. Yeah. So we extract the juice, and then when you put it in the pot to boil, you pound them. There are some spices, they are tiny, but those aren't ours, they are from the Shekiri tribe. We use that one, and then we use basil leaf, lemongrass, and lime, tender leaves of lime,
Mhm.
and we use it to make it. And you can use chicken, you can use beef, you can use grass cutters. We love proteins, by the way. We love proteins, and just the list goes on and on. Anything you deem fit to put inside, and then most times after cooking it, but I think I will do that next 2 weeks when I have the time, because usually it's a bit stressful. So I don't like cooking much, but I know
No.
how to cook.
Yes, but it's
But I
not
know
your
how.
favorite thing to do. No.
Yeah, I know how to cook. So I should do that. I should do that in next 2 weeks, and I will definitely tag you on that
Yes,
one.
perfect. Thank you. So, do you plan on combining your retail store with your personal blog, or do you want to keep them separate?
Um, for now, really, I think I'll keep them separate. I think
Mm,
I'll keep them. Yes, I think I'll keep them separate. It's for now.
yeah. And what is the goal for you with your blog? Is it just a
Well,
passion project, or would you like to make money
well,
from it?
yeah, I would. For now, I'm not maximizing any profit from it, but I believe later on it's going to really, really pay. And you know, the funniest thing is that my blog has so much surprised me. Like it's 3-4 months, it's not up to 4 months, but it's it has really surprised me. And let me give you an instance of the surprise I'm talking about. Um, 3 months ago, I just posted, I just had a new blog post about a food. And a white guy from Germany, he approached me. Like he sent me a message on DM. And we talked. He first of all introduced himself. 3 days later, we became friendly. And then he tells me about how he was emotionally scammed by a Nigerian. It was heartbreaking though, but I feel scam is everywhere. It's everywhere in the world though. Nigeria is not an exception, you know. So he really didn't. He wasn't. Um, he was really broken, and you know, slowly we got talking. It was hard for him to trust me because he really didn't know. But he had a particular problem. It wasn't now the money he had sent. He had spent a lot of money. He spent lots and lots of money for this girl in question. It was what, a 3-4 years relationship.
Wow.
He sent me a message and he was like, he needed his ring. He had proposed to her, and the ring was quite an expensive one. It was, I think it cost about $5,000. Really expensive. It had this beautiful gold and a diamond and some diamond stones. Beautiful ring. He showed me the picture and he said all he wants was the ring back. And there are 36 states in Nigeria, a capital, 36 states. And where I was staying was a bit far. So, of course, it would be rude of me to ask someone who has been scammed for money. You understand? Yeah. I could not act, you know, so I was like, okay, you'd have to wait and when I'm in Lagos, because I don't stay in Lagos. When I'm in Lagos, I would try and see how I'll get through to this girl in question. I called the girl. She insulted me at first, like she really rained abuses on me. I told him that this is what it is. I don't know if I can help you out because I just met you. And it was really giving me a whole lot of problems too. But I went to Lagos. That was September. Yeah, I got to Lagos September 11th. Yes. So I told him, you know what, I'm going to Lagos and call her if she can set up a meeting. If she wants to meet me, let her meet me. And he called her and we met.
Wow.
And I think I met her in the evening. I took a friend with me because I was really scared. I was really, really scared. Like, someone I've never met.
What am I getting myself into?
You understand? But I was just like, okay, let me just do this. Let me just do this. So I went, I saw her. She was all grumpy though. But I got the ring. I called him. I showed them to him. And oh my God, I think that would have been like the best gift for me. The reaction on his face, the joy, the smile should be like the best gift for me in the year 2020.
That's so
you understand?
Beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, when I was starting this blog, I didn't know I was doing anything good. And even if it's one person, I get to affect understand? It's something. I was so happy. Like when he sent me a message, and he was like, God, you just made me happy. I'm going to give this ring to my daughter. I really loved this girl, but she treated me like trash. And
Yeah.
I was also like, oh God, I felt
That's a
so.
happy story. Yeah, it's so nice.
So that's something my blog brought. If I had not opened that blog, if I didn't have all of you encouraging me, if I
Yeah.
didn't have people telling me, do this, do that, and do this, I wouldn't have been able to sort him out. Like he was so happy. I was like, oh my God, like I had never spoken to him on video call. He called me on video call and he was excited. I spoke to his daughter, his younger daughter, and it
Yeah.
was just so amazing. I was like, oh
That's
wow.
really nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, so for me, it's been like more than my expectations.
Yeah.
Really, it's been more than my expectations. And the funniest thing is being like, when COVID is over, I want you to come and take a tour of my country as a
Yeah.
friend. Just come. I will sponsor everything. You
Yeah.
come take a tour. Frankfurt is very, very beautiful. And I was like, okay, we'll do that. Let this whole thing
Yeah. Then you
be
can come
over.
to Copenhagen too. I'm close, very
Yeah.
close to Germany. So, and you're
Okay.
welcome in my house as well.
Oh my God, so sweet.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, so I would let you know.
Thank you. Well, it's
It
so
was
nice to speak with you. What so you said that COVID kind of put some problems with your retail store, but is it getting better now and are you continuing with it?
well for now. I'm rebranding. I'm looking
Yeah.
for ways to make it better because I mean we're coming out of the pandemic. We're going to bounce back bigger and better. Like we're
Yes.
going to put like a really new face to the retail shop. It's not just about I'm not going to roll the way I did before. You understand? It's going
Yeah.
to be all new, all better. Like I have gotten a lot of tips from ladies. And it's free, all free. Like that's the sweet part. Like it's all free. I got a tip from a lady in South Africa on what to even do with my blog and how to monetize my blog. As in all free. I didn't need to pay for consultancy. Blessings come with when you
Yeah.
bless others, blessings come with blessing others without
That's
expectations. You
amazing.
understand? Yes. What I just do most times, I trust God. Like I that's the foremost thing. That's what has really helped me as an entrepreneur because being an entrepreneur is not easy.
No.
It's not. There are days you feel like there was a time it hits me like, when I was going into it on my own, I'll be packing money. Like, I'll be getting money like this, and then your expectations are not met. When your
Yeah,
expectations
exactly.
are not met, it kind of gives you a heartbreak. There's this heartbreak that comes um, with your expectations not being met.
Yeah.
But somehow when you just trust in God, like I do that, it's my first keyword, trusting in God. Then perseverance has really kept me going.
Yeah.
Perseverance, taking risk and managing my risk, planning financially has really helped me as an entrepreneur. And as in the list goes on and on. And of course, learning. I'm always willing to learn. Like,
Yeah.
no, you can't know it. No, you can't know it all. Like, and
No.
no knowledge is lost.
No. Yeah,
No
exactly.
knowledge is lost. You understand? So it's always good to equip yourself daily, if possible. And if you can't have that daily, you equip yourself with knowledge weekly. But just try to learn something new. You understand? Let me tell you something about. I love learning, by the way. So last year, I was at this entrepreneurship festival where we were just for girls. By the way, Nigeria, they have more NGOs supporting female entrepreneurs than male entrepreneurs. The
Right.
reason I don't know. So I went for this festival. And there it clicked. I could start earning money from massaging. I mean, this is just servicing. And I went for that, and I went for that festival. By the time I was done, cash back here, cash flow, I was exhausted financially. And I just went on YouTube. Someone had asked me, I never turned down an opportunity, by the way. Someone had asked me, do you know how to massage? I was like,
Really?
yeah. I was like, yes, I do. And he was like, okay, seriously, how much is it going to take? And as at then, it was I charged 10,000 naira, which was as at then about $35.
Hmm.
His oil, he's going to do the transportation. And I was like, yeah, fine. That's $35. And I took my phone, went on YouTube, and I asked, how do I give a relaxation massage?
Yeah, easy. So nice.
And I saw the step, the effleurage. I saw, different movement, different strokes, and there it was. I went for it.
Easy.
I
Yes,
my money.
that is so good.
I do not. If you ask me, do you? I would be like, yes, I can. And then I just look for. You understand? You don't turn
It's
down.
perfect. It's perfect advice.
Yes.
I totally believe in that as well. I think it's so easy to get scared and nervous and insecure, and you think like I don't know anything, but nobody knows anything until
Yeah.
they do. You don't know
Yes.
anything until you do, and so it's such good advice to just say yes and then learn it, because anybody can learn anything. I mean, unless it's surgery.
And the internet has made it quite
Everything.
easy for us.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally.
everything is just, you understand? So
Yeah.
as long as it's legit and it's legal, I'm in.
Exactly.
Like,
Same.
I'm
Same.
in.
I feel exactly the same. Oh my God. Well, I'm so glad we got this to work out. I tried to keep everything around 30 minutes because our attention spans are so short these days. But it's
Yes.
so nice to talk to you, and I hope that we get to do this again. Yeah, continue. I love following you, and hope the best for your blog and your business. Yes, we're keeping our fingers crossed. All right. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Okie. It was so nice to meet you.
Likewise.
All right. Have a
Bye.
great rest of your day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.